What happens when a relaxed morning show chat suddenly turns into a heated confrontation that leaves everyone stunned? Today, we're diving into the tense moment that ended with Kylie Kelce walking off the Today with Jenna and Friends show after a casual interview spiraled out of control. Before we dive into the full story, don't forget to hit subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments below because this one will definitely have you taking sides. The segment was meant to be light and positive. Kylie was there to talk about her upcoming charity project and share a few fun stories about life in the NFL spotlight. It was supposed to be an easy, feel-good interview that would last about 20 minutes. Jenna Hager had her notes ready, prepared to discuss Kylie's foundation and her experience being in the public eye as the wife of Philadelphia Eagles center Jason Kelce. As the cameras started rolling, Jenna greeted her guest with her usual warmth. "We're thrilled to have Kylie Kelce with us this morning," Jenna said with a bright smile. "Kylie, thank you for joining us. You look absolutely radiant today." Kylie returned the smile, calm and confident. "Thank you so much for having me, Jenna. I'm really happy to talk about the foundation and the amazing people we've been able to support." The first part of the conversation went smoothly. Kylie spoke passionately about helping kids through youth sports programs and how their foundation had changed lives. The tone was friendly, with both women clearly engaged. "It's amazing what you're doing," Jenna said, nodding. "I imagine having Jason's platform must really help spread the word." Speaking of Jason, I wanted to ask about something that's been making headlines lately. There's been talk about NFL wives and how involved they are in their husbands' careers. Some people think certain wives, especially the more outspoken ones, might be crossing a few lines. Kylie's smile faltered just slightly, but she kept her composure. "I'm not sure what you mean, but I think supporting your partner is completely normal, don't you?" Jenna leaned in a little, still smiling, but with a sharper tone. "Of course, support is wonderful, but some say NFL wives are starting to become as famous as their husbands, sometimes even stealing the spotlight. What's your take on that?" The question hung in the air, and the room's energy shifted. Kylie paused, her expression thoughtful but cool. Every family manages their public life differently. Some are private, some are open. "There's no single right way to handle it," she replied carefully. But Jenna wasn't ready to let it go. "That's a fair answer," she said. "But what about the argument that too much attention on families takes focus away from the players themselves?" Kylie's posture stiffened and her tone turned firm. "Are you saying wives supporting their husbands somehow take away from their success? That's a pretty outdated view, don't you think?" The audience murmured, sensing the growing tension. Jenna, realizing the shift, tried to soften her tone. "Oh no, that's not what I meant. I just think visibility can sometimes create distractions." "Distractions?" Kylie repeated sharply. "So women supporting their husbands are now distractions? That's really what we're saying?" The studio went silent. The co-hosts exchanged uncomfortable glances while producers gestured frantically from behind the cameras. "I think you're misunderstanding me," Jenna said quickly. "I was only asking about balancing personal and professional life." Kylie crossed her arms. "Let's be clear," she said, her voice cutting through the air. "I came here to talk about helping kids, not to defend myself as a wife." "Is this what morning TV is now?" Jenna fidgeted, realizing she had lost control. "Kylie, I didn't mean it personally." "It is personal," Kylie shot back. "When you imply that supportive wives are a problem, you're making it personal. You're basically telling me to stay quiet so I don't interfere with my husband's career." The tension was thick enough to cut. One co-host tried to step in. "Maybe we can go back to discussing your foundation." "It's fine," Kylie interrupted, still focused on Jenna. "Let's finish this conversation. Apparently there's a rule book for NFL wives and I'd love to hear what it says. Should we not go to games? Should we hide our support?" Jenna flushed red. "That's not what I'm saying," she insisted. "I just meant that sometimes family members become the story instead of the athletes." Kylie's eyes narrowed. "So because we're visible, that's a problem?" Jenna's voice rose slightly. "I never said that. You're twisting my words. I was asking about boundaries, that's all." Kylie gave a sharp laugh. "Boundaries? You mean limits on how supportive a wife can be? That's not journalism, Jenna, that's judgment." The argument had clearly spiraled. Jenna tried again. "Kylie, I've been doing this for years. If you can't handle tough questions..." Kylie cut her off, eyes blazing. "Excuse me? Did you just say I can't handle being on television because I don't like your disrespectful questions?" Jenna hesitated. "That's not what I meant. Public figures get asked tough things. Tough questions about helping kids? Sure, but this isn't that. This is about you questioning whether I'm a proper NFL wife, Kylie snapped. Jenna's tone grew defensive. I don't need to be married to an athlete to have an opinion. Some NFL families do act a little over the top. There it is, Kylie said, standing straighter. You think I'm attention-seeking. You think my support embarrasses the league. Jenna opened her mouth to respond, but Kylie was already on her feet, voice shaking with anger. You invited me here to make me look bad. You thought I'd play along. Jenna shot back. That's not true. I wanted to talk about your foundation and your perspective. My perspective? Kylie repeated mockingly. You mean my too loud perspective? The producers were signaling for a break, but the clash kept going. I never said that, Jenna protested. You implied it, Kylie countered. You called us distractions. You questioned our place. I'm tired of it. A co-host tried once more. Kylie, maybe we can calm down. The only problem, Kylie said, is that I expected respect and didn't get it. Jenna took a shaky breath. You're being overly sensitive. The words hung like dynamite. Overly sensitive, Kylie repeated. So now I'm emotional because I won't sit quietly while you hit me with sexist talking points? If this were about a male relative of an athlete, would you ask the same questions? Would you call him attention-seeking? Jenna said nothing. Kylie's voice dropped, cold and steady. That's what I thought. This conversation isn't about balance. It's about putting women back in their place. Jenna tried to recover. I respect you, Kylie. I just wanted to explore an interesting topic. Interesting? Kylie said, her tone bitter. You call this interesting? Accusing supportive wives of being distractions. The audience was dead silent. One co-host finally whispered, we really should take a break, but no one moved. Kylie grabbed her purse, her anger replaced by resolve. I came here in good faith to talk about helping kids. Instead, I've been ambushed and disrespected. Jenna's reply was faint. That's not fair. It's completely fair, Kylie shot back. You wasted my time and your platform. And you call that professionalism? The room froze. Kylie adjusted her jacket and turned to the cameras. Let me say one last thing. I'm proud of my husband, and I'll never apologize for supporting him. If that bothers anyone, that's their issue, not mine. Jenna tried one last time. Kylie, please. There's been a misunderstanding. No, there hasn't, Kylie said flatly. You knew exactly what you were doing. You thought you could use me to make a point, and when I pushed back, you didn't like it. She faced the audience now, calm but firm. I don't owe anyone an apology for being visible or supportive. I won't apologize for caring about my family or my work. Jenna looked pale, her voice barely audible. I never questioned your character. You did, Kylie replied. When you said I was too visible, too emotional, too much, you questioned it. The producers gestured wildly for a commercial, but the confrontation had already made history. Kylie stepped toward the edge of the stage. What's most disappointing, she said, is that you had a real chance to talk about something meaningful. Instead, you chose gossip over substance. That's not journalism, Jenna. That's cruelty dressed up as curiosity. One co-host spoke timidly. Kylie, before you go, anything you'd like to say about the foundation? Kylie paused, her tone softening. Our foundation helps kids access sports, no matter their background. If anyone watching wants to help, visit our website. That's what matters, not this nonsense. The audience watched silently as she walked off, her dignity intact. Before disappearing backstage, she turned once more. You had a chance to do good, Jenna, but instead you tried to tear down another woman. I hope it was worth it. Jenna sat frozen, realizing too late how badly things had gone. The co-hosts fumbled for words about taking a break, but the damage was done. Everyone knew they had just witnessed a moment that would be replayed and discussed for months. This clash between Kylie Kelce and Jenna Hager showed how quickly an interview can cross the line from curiosity to confrontation. What do you think? Was Kylie right to walk out, or should she have handled it differently? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more moments that had everyone talking.